In this lecture, I would like to discuss another problem that exists in econometrics and has the name of autocorrelation. From this slide, you can get a very quick overview of today's lecture. So I will start with an introduction. I will discuss the sources of autocorrelation. In the third part, I will discuss various types of autoregressive schemes. After this, I will move to the consequences of autocorrelation, its detection, and how to deal with it, so the remedies for autocorrelation. But let's start with a quick introduction. So some lectures before we discussed the assumptions of normal linear regression model, and here is one of the assumptions, assumption number 5, of no autocorrelation between the error terms. So in other words, given any two values of x, the correlation between any two error terms should be 0. Ensures the observations should be sampled independently, and mathematically this is how this is denoted. So the covariance between two error terms given two values of x's must be equal to 0. However, if this assumption does not hold, the problem of autocorrelation, or also known as serial correlation, arises. And mathematically, this is how it is denoted. So the covariance between two error terms given two values of x's is not equal to 0. And on this slide, you can get an idea of how autocorrelation looks like on the graph. So here we've got the residuals plotted against time. So A, B, C, D, those are the graphs showing us various patterns of autocorrelation. So in the first case, it looks like a wave. In the second case, we see that residuals are an increasing function of time. In the second case, they're a decreasing function of time. And in this case, we see that the residuals increase for some time, and at some point they start decreasing over time. So those are the possible patterns of autocorrelation. Obviously, there are many more of them, and this is up to you to detect them. And when it comes to no autocorrelation, this is how the pattern more or less looks like. As you can see, the residuals are kind of random, so they can be positive. So you see they fluctuate between positive, negative values. So some of them are higher, some of them are a bit lower. So you see there is no systematic pattern, and the residuals are quite random. So this can be a pattern of no autocorrelation.